somebody got TV on in the background. And welcome to Sports Talk on the Friday night edition. We're going to have a great time tonight. We have a Game 7 coming up tomorrow with the OKC and the Spurs. I'm Dr. Jerry Green, and all the way in Frederick, Maryland, my brother-in-law, Larry Pearson. What's up, Larry?
Hey.
Larry,
Look at Oklahoma.
Are you still confident? OKC, you still confident? Yes or no?
Hey, you know what? That can go either way.
Are you confident? Oh, no. OKC, I've been here all year. Are you confident?
Yes, I'm going with him. I'm going to die with him.
Okay. All the way, my sports legend, Anthony McLean. What's up, my brother?
Doing well. Doing well.
All right. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Every moment move when this brother is on the show with Kendall Tyson. And time go by fast sometimes. What's up, brother Kendall?
What's happening, gentlemen?
All right. You're in Cleveland, right?
I'm in Cleveland. Yes, I am.
Oh, my God.
You watching the Cavaliers?
Oh, yeah, right. I drove by it, and guess what? It's so terrible, man. I no tickets for the Huntington Suite. You know, that's it.
All right.
Well.
And I got
Too hot for the Cleveland Guardians. I don't even know if they're in town.
And I got my legend with me, Bruce Austin. What's up, brother Bruce?
Orange and blue, brother. Orange and blue. Orange and blue.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I saw so many Knick jerseys in the last couple days, man. I mean, I didn't know these people were Knick fans until they start wearing their jersey again. I said, okay.
You're gonna learn a lot more before this thing is over.
I see. Well, we're gonna get started, man. We have a lot to talk about tonight. But let's start with no, Larry, go ahead. Do your thing, brother. Do your thing.
I'm gonna go ahead and start with the Spurs because they really played outstanding last night. They came out on fire. And they caught Oklahoma. They caught KC snoozing.
Right.
And they jumped all over them, you know. But you can do that at home, you know. You can do that at home, especially when you got the fans ain't got nothing to lose. You got your back against the wall. So I think they came out and they shocked OKC. But, you know, we get to go back. We get to go back to Oklahoma and start all over again.
No, explain how they shock OKC. How they shock them? They playing at home.
Because they came out in the first quarter, they hit 8 threes.
But they did the same thing again. I think they did the same thing in game 3 when it was 15-0. All right, and they lost the game. So how they shock them?
They wasn't prepared for that. They wasn't prepared for them to come out shooting like that, you know. And they caught up in the second half.
I just came in.
They came right back.
Go ahead, Don.
I just came in, but he ain't coming up with excuses, is he?
Yeah, he is.
Excuses. I ain't got no excuses. I said it
excuses. I just came in. I know I ain't hear no crying going on already, and I just walked in the door. we gave him 3. Come on, the shot before the show started. To him, they whooped their butt.
Right, but we all said game 7. I think
before the show started.
Hey,
we gave them 3 songs. Hey, they whooped.
I'm not jumping teams. Everybody else jumping. I'm not jumping.
The only person that said
you can go down with the ship. You think we can if you go down with the ship?
No. The only person that
went down in his cave, he came out hitting no 3s. He came out talking about shot them. How many points did Shea get again? How many points he had?
He didn't have that many.
How many points did Shea get?
15.
15 points. Was that because they shocked him?
No, he had a bad night.
He got shocked and only got 15 points.
All right. Let me go around. Go ahead, Kendall.
Well, listen, I'm going with San Antonio. I think for the ratings, I think we got a 7-game series. I listened to what they're saying about this 22-year-old who may be tired after 2 games. I think he's mad at the fact that they started out 15-0 in 1 game and lost that game, and now that's why there's a game 7. They would have wrapped it up last night had they handled their business. I think we're looking at the Knicks versus San Antonio in one of the most watched NBA events. He did what he had to do. This is it. The last duel. I see it. Yeah. And I think we're loving this because we have the next great thing in the NBA against a great team in the NBA. So this is it. 2 youngest teams in the NBA dueling it out.
But that's something. Hold on. Let me let Anthony and Bruce go ahead, Anthony.
I think the thing that we're really also forgetting here is this San Antonio team is literally and figuratively growing up in front of our eyes. When you look at where they were at midseason, and then when the playoffs started, and now they're, no matter what happens, the fact that they won 60 games, got within a game of the finals, I think they have more than lived up to expectation. I still say, if you're going to get them, you better get them this year, because the rest of the league is going to have to deal with these guys between free agency and trades. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to pull a Kendall Tyson and say I was originally going to say OKC would win this series, but I think San Antonio got the momentum. I think San Antonio wins tomorrow night.
Go ahead, Bruce. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game 7, man. I wouldn't. I think it's anybody's game, but it's in OKC, right?
Yeah, OKC.
So San Antonio really gonna have to play, but I still think it's anybody's game. They both playing good. It's going back and forth, and it's game 7. So can't ask for nothing better.
You got to pick a winner, though. You got to pick a winner.
Yeah,
it's definitely anybody's game. We all agree with that.
I'm going with the alien. Since Larry said he tired.
I got both of y'all. Bam, bam.
Larry, if you don't mind me saying, like I told you before we came on the air, if Wemby, it's up to Wemby. If Wemby comes out complacent and not aggressive, OKC going to win.
Pick a team.
No. Let me finish. But if Wemby comes out and played that aggressive the way he played, the games they won, it's going to be over. I'll put, okay, when we pick a team, I'll go with OKC because they got the home court. But I'll know by tomorrow night if Wemby comes out strong, they're going to win the game, okay? My heart say OKC because they're playing OKC and they're the champs. But
I'm hoping he don't come out and try to do it all by himself in the beginning. That's Bruce, what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that they play good team ball.
You got to set the tone, though. You got to set the tone.
No, he don't have to set the tone. Yes, see, the reason I said that because they're looking for him to set the tone. And this is a good time to get everybody involved. Then when the flow start going good, let him go ahead and do his thing. But it's Bruce, important to get everybody involved early. It's important.
But Bruce, if he don't set the tone like he did the 3 games they won, then he tried to get everybody involved, and he wind up only with like maybe 12 or 13 points trying to get everybody involved.
We ain't saying it's gonna take 3 quarters to get everybody involved.
This game 7, Bruce, is a 1-game series now.
Yeah, but can he win it? Can he win it by himself?
Yes, he can.
No, he can't win it by himself.
He did it game 1.
He's never won it by himself.
Hey, Jerry, let me jump in this for a minute. I'm going by what the coaches and even everybody else is saying. He has to be the one to come out to get it going, Bruce. That's what they're saying. If you listen to the coaches, that's why he came out so big in game 6.
Yeah, but who's they?
Listen to the coach. They all said that it was up to Wembanyama to come out and set the stage. Listen to the coach. He said it. Go back and play some of the replays. He said it. We're going to see Wembanyama to come out doing. Listen, Bruce. They want Wembanyama to come out and do what he did in game 6. They want him to do that. That's how they're going to set the pace. When he gets it going, that's how they're going to set it. That's what the plan is. He gets it going, and then those guys start feeding off of it. If he don't get it going, it don't work that way, Bruce. I'm just telling you what the coach said.
Well, we're gonna see.
Listen to some of the stuff they were saying.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Hey,
We're
Bruce.
gonna see.
Hey, Bruce, it's
Yeah,
just
if he
like
come
with
out
the-
like you, lackadaisical, and want to pass and all that.
I didn't say be lackadaisical, so you be changing my words. I didn't say lackadaisical.
If he don't come out and take
No.
like he's supposed to.
Listen. I'm not saying for him to come out and play the role of the referee. I'm saying it's good to move that ball and get everybody involved so everybody be part of the game. That's all I'm saying. If he come out, try to dribble and shoot everything, they ain't gonna win.
No, Bruce. Now you taking out of
just to get him started
out of context. I'm not saying come out there and shoot all. All I'm saying, he got to set the tone. I mean, I don't care if it's on the defensive end, blocking shots. He's the leader.
Yeah, but I can understand the defense. I'm only talking about offense.
Okay.
I'm only talking about offense.
On offense too.
Yeah, but I'm saying he can definitely set the tone on defense. But what I'm saying is good to get everybody involved early. I'm not saying for him not to shoot. I don't want to see him dribbling down court and taking the first 5 or 6 shots without nobody else touching the ball. That's all I'm saying.
No, but Bruce, but that's not what I'm saying.
He pretty much did that last game, Bruce, and it worked.
No, it didn't work. It didn't work.
Yeah, it did. They won. They blew him out by almost 30 points.
Yeah, but look,
it didn't work. With that last
look at the way how many 3-pointers. Look at everybody that was shooting 3-pointers. Everybody was making 3-pointers.
All right, down to Bruce. Hold on, let me go around.
3-pointers right off the bat before anybody else hit one.
Well, we're going to see. We're going to see.
All right, down to Bruce. Let me go around. Kendall, give me your thoughts. How does the Spurs got to come out to win this game? Give me your thoughts.
I think Bruce is saying that he shouldn't take it upon himself, but on the defensive end, he can take it upon himself. He needs to stay in the paint. He needs to stay in the paint because that's where he cannot be stopped. I mean, we can do the 3-pointers later on, but with him around the paint, his alley-oops, he can go higher than anybody else, and he contests a lot of shots. 20% of their is their shooting percentage when he's in the paint. He's got to go on that defensive end and let everybody get down because he could start to break from a defensive end, So I just hope that he plays the team play that he played last night in order to win instead of trying to go and do it for himself. Because like you said, that's what they're expecting. He's going to come out. Let's just double him. And then, we're going to count on the fact that he's young. Let's listen, he gets 50 and no one else touches the ball. We still win. We're good. That's what they're thinking.
But he's not that type of player anyway that nobody touched the ball. Anthony, give me your thoughts.
Right.
How does the Spurs got to play to win this game 7?
Well, definitely when look, he's the unofficial captain of the team, so yeah, he's got to set the tone. But the thing is, when they have won, with the exception of game 1, when he literally, we had the 41 and 24, he's been the catalyst both on offense and defense. To me, the key guy tomorrow night, other than Wemby, is Harper. Harper, he's had his ups and downs. If he stays out of foul trouble and is able to help out, because they've been playing a lot of help defense, and I think it showed last night with SGA struggling. But Wemby's got to be this catalyst. But you got to, Harper, Castle, especially those two. If they are able to maintain that defense like they had against SGA, then they can win. They can very easily win this game. And also, what's been the biggest trend this entire playoffs, road teams coming in and winning in the arenas, especially for the game 7s. The 3 game 7s, 2 of the 3 road teams have won. So they've got the momentum. And if you go by the way that the playoffs have been going in this entire playoffs, even though OKC is the defending champs and you give them, and the champs are the champs till you beat them, San Antonio's got more than enough chance to come in there and win in OKC. I think that's why I think this is going to be, to me, this looks like this is going to be one of those games where we talk about, 10, 15 years down the road. I really feel.
So, Larry, let me ask you a question. Brother Anthony brought up game 1 when he had 41 points, 24 rebounds. Let me ask you a question. If Wembanyama came out and scored 41 points and had 24 rebounds again, does San Antonio win the game? Yes or no?
Probably.
Okay, all right. That's all I'm saying. Okay,
Probably.
the man showed what he can do. If he had, and this is the game 7, this ain't game 1 now. If he came out and with that mentality and scored 40 points and grabbed 20 boards, San Antonio winning that game, Larry?
Yeah, but the big thing, what everybody not realize, the big thing going on right now.
Yeah, please,
is with the
please
flopping.
ask me.
It's with the flopping.
Let finish. Go ahead.
Yeah,
all the games, everything about the flopping is going on right now, and he went from a superstar to they said it's a skill how Oklahoma flops. You know what I'm saying? From being a great team, now they put the team out there that they cheating. You know what I'm saying? And I think hearing all that mess on TV, on Twitter, and everything else, it messes the game up a little bit. But in game 7, you know, they find any way to get ahead. And the flopping became an issue till they get ready to win the championship, you know. And it started with Brown.
Look,
and now that's all you hear. And the commissioner talking about it now. And he's talking about it's a skill that Oklahoma has. And I think that should be put nowhere in the conversation. Especially not in the championship.
They started with Shea on that. I listened to it too. They was after Shea on that. You saying the whole team, they was talking about Shea flopping. He even got a lawsuit in against that. He got a lawsuit. They were going after him about that. Not the whole team.
They was going after him hard. Even the commissioner. You know, that's crazy.
All right, Donald.
And then what? Last game, he didn't do no flopping, did he?
Bruce,
he didn't do no flopping last game, did he?
I think that's messing with his game, though.
Bruce,
you know, not letting him play.
Same question I asked Larry. If Wembanyama scored 41 points and grabbed 24 boards, is San Antonio winning that game?
It all depends.
All depends on what?
Nobody else on the team get double figures, then what? Are they gonna still win?
Yeah, well, what happened in game 1? The other team.
How many shots? Never mind game 1. We talking about.
That's about 41 points.
Listen.
Rebounds. That's what
Posey take 30 shots. Posey take 30 shots to get 41.
Okay, well,
it's a lot you got to look at. He can't. Posey gets 60. Posey gets 60, and don't nobody else score. Are they gonna win?
Bruce, he's not gonna do all that. We're not talking about him.
No, we is talking about that. You're talking about 41. I'm just telling you, if he get 41, and don't nobody else score, are they still gonna win?
But the other guy's gonna score, Bruce. It's not like
how they gonna score if he's taking all the shots?
It's not gonna be 41 to 29. And the game gonna be 41.
Only thing I'm saying is,
Bruce, the score is not gonna be 41.
Yeah, but Jerry, you twisted my words.
No, I'm not twisting your words.
Nobody said he can't score 41 and win. What I'm saying is, in the beginning of the game, it's always good to get everybody else involved. They're gonna be looking for him to try to do it by himself, and it's not gonna work.
I'm just talking about being aggressive.
It could be only the first 5 minutes of the game.
I'm talking about just being aggressive, Bruce. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, you can be aggressive, but you can also. I told y'all the same thing about Jalen Brunson, and y'all was talking the same thing you're talking now. Now when he changed his game to what I said, everything working fine.
I'm gonna twist the question, Bruce. If Shea don't score 20 points and he only get 14 points for OKC, he only get 14 points tomorrow or 15 points, are they gonna win the game? Yes or no?
It all depends on what everybody else do.
Yeah,
let me ask you this. Jerry. Hey, Jerry, don't answer my question for me. Let me answer it.
But they're gonna lose, Bruce.
No, listen what I'm gonna say.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Suppose somebody else on the team is hot. Does Shea have to score 40 points? Suppose somebody else get the hot hand.
Like who?
Anybody on the team.
Oh, tell me who. Give me another player that's capable of doing that.
Jay Moore can score that. They got plenty of guys. Chad Holmgren can score.
Caruso had one good game one night, and then the next day he went donut.
When Shea been scoring 30 points, he only had 15 this game. So what you saying?
So Kendall, if you only got 15 points, Shea, Can OKC win that game tomorrow, game 7?
Yes, they can, because OKC has also one of the very first teams to ever win a playoff game and score that many points, and not one player had 20 points. They are capable of having like 6 or 7 guys go 18, 19 points.
Tell them again. Tell them again.
You said earlier you agree with Bruce. Earlier you said, well, Bruce.
No, I'm not agreeing with Bruce. I'm just answering your question.
Oh, you and Bruce on the same team tonight. All right.
No, we're not. Not tonight.
No, you said they agree.
No, I'm arguing. I'm
Jerry,
arguing with Bruce.
No, they're on
Jerry, let me jump in again.
Okay, he said so him and Bruce. So they're on the same team tonight. So Donald, if Shay was
Jerry, let me jump in.
I'm gonna tell you can't answer the way you think.
I know. I'm listening to him. I'm listening to him.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something?
Let's go 15 points, Shay. When they win the game 7 tomorrow, down. Yes or no?
Let's look at how it's been going so far in these playoffs. Every time Shea scored a low-scoring game, they lost. And when Wembanyama scored high, and they win. That's every time. Every time Shea had a bad game, Wembanyama had a good one. Every time Wembanyama had a bad game, Shea had a good one. And they didn't never have 2 good games together. And this
how many games? How many games did Shea score under 20 points in this series?
I know yesterday.
Probably 2 of them.
No, he's talking about every time they play. Right. How many times did Shea score under 20 points in this series?
15 and 18.
And they lost. 2 of them, and they lost, Bruce. They lost badly. 2 of them.
That don't mean they're going to lose all of them.
And when Wembanyama scored 20 and under, they lost.
Listen, you want your star. You want your star to score points. But the team that OKC got, they got plenty of guys that can score.
They don't score. They have plenty of guys that can score. They only had 15 points and they got blown by almost 30. Give me a break.
Role player waiting to start. Role players waiting to start.
The role players, Larry.
Yeah, they start at home. Role players play good at home.
But they're still role players.
Every time
they can start with any other team.
And they almost got blown out the gym, bro.
Right.
You ain't got no point there.
Let me Anthony.
Well, y'all look at it the way you want it. We'll see the game. We'll see.
Right.
We'll see.
Anthony, if SGA only scored 15 points, will OKC win tomorrow? That's like James Harden only scoring 8 points. He expect Cleveland to win. If you only score 15 points, will they win tomorrow? Yes or no?
But to be fair, a guy like Holmgren can score 20. You could also see the other Williams, not the injured one. The other Williams has also taken up some of the slack. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but law of averages would say that if SGA has a bad game tomorrow, then they're going to probably struggle to win.
Anthony, all right, I'm going to talk to you for a second. When the guy from Detroit had a bad game in Game 7,
you ready to fire him too? Because he agree with me.
No, listen. Trey Cunningham had a bad game in Game 7, right?
Cunningham is home, man. We don't want to hear nothing about Cunningham. Cunningham home.
Bruce, be quiet for a second, please.
Cunningham home, man.
Please, Bruce.
You talking about Cunningham?
Did he have a bad game? Yes or no?
We come out better talk about Magic Johnson.
We're talking about Game 7. We're talking about Game 7 tomorrow. We're talking about
we don't care nothing about Cunningham.
Be quiet for a second, Bruce. God. Go lay on the couch for a minute, for a few minutes.
You do anything to try to get your point across. You got 8 people told you they still could win. You still trying to make a point.
Bruce, go lay on the couch for a minute and come back in about 5 minutes.
I brought the couch with me.
All right. Anthony, did he have a bad game, Game 7, yes or no?
Yeah, but again, and they lost. Yeah, but also Jerry.
Right, okay, Jerry.
I think what we're all saying is, put it this way: if Wemby comes out tomorrow, just let me finish. And let you speak. If Wemby should have a bad one tomorrow, is his legacy dead? Is that
legacy? I'm not talking about legacy. If you have a bad game, they're losing. If he's scoring the 20 points or like 11 points, 12 points, say the Jordan's going home. Just that simple. All right?
Just that simple. And that's the way it's been going if you guys pay attention.
Yeah.
Thank you, Donald. Thank you. Go ahead, Anthony.
If you guys pay attention, you can just go by how things been going. If Wembanyama don't come out and get those points, they're not going to win. He got to come out, score, block shot. He got to do it all to get the tone going their way. He got to do it all, not just play defense, not just block shot. He got to do it all.
I will say this: Wemby is probably the one guy, the one superstar who doesn't necessarily have to score 20 points and still dominate the game. If he has, say, 15, if he has, say, 10, 15 blocks, that's just as huge, and in many ways more huge, because they'll be afraid to come down, because that's been the thing. The games where even the games when they've won, San Antonio, you could see them holding back, going down the middle. The only time they have faith going down the middle when Wemby is on the sidelines.
All right, so he's out the game.
But every game that women didn't score high, did they win?
No, but he's also but see, all I'm saying is don't deny the defensive presence because of
I understand what you're saying, but for Wendy, even the coach said it. I guess I was the only one paying attention. He said they need it all from Wendy. They need more than just the block shots and all that. They need women to score.
Yeah, we all agree with that.
I think we all agree with that.
And the same with SGA. He got to be aggressive. He got to be.
Listen, we all agree with that. Only thing we saying in the beginning of the game. We're not saying the whole game they don't need them. I'm only saying the beginning of the game to get everybody involved. That's important. We're not saying that women supposed to take 4 quarters off. Y'all keep changing the thing around.
No.
You know what I mean? Everybody know you need Shea and Wemby to score big to win. Everybody know that. But only thing I'm saying is
Wemby can start the game off scoring and still get everybody involved. He's just that talented. He ain't got to come out just trying to pass the ball all the time. He knows when to pass. He knows when to shoot. We saw that last game. When he hit those
I don't agree with that. I'd rather for your point guard. I'd rather for your point guard to bring the ball down and let Wemby
I can tell you why,
establish something down low first before you start him shooting threes and bringing the ball, doing all that spinning and stuff.
I know.
That's all I'm saying.
I know, because you're living in the old days, Bruce. That's not today's game. Wemby done changed it. Just like Steph changed the threes, Wemby done changed it. Ain't no more of that going down low, starting the game off. He ain't got to do that now. Wemby come out and hit some threes. They done changed the game. This ain't the old school.
Oh, Bruce. Can't
nobody deny Wemby ain't changed the game. He done changed the game. I say that to everybody on the panel. He done changed the game. He come out there hitting those threes like a guard. He come out there dribbling like a guard. He come out getting everybody involved like a guard. He done changed the game.
Nobody said he didn't change the game. Only thing I'm saying is you need everybody involved in the beginning. That's all I'm saying.
True.
Y'all done took me all the way around the block.
You're also saying he need to go down low.
I'm saying in the beginning of the game. No, I never said look, I would be stupid to say we don't want women to shoot a 3. He's good at everything you said. Only thing I'm talking about is the beginning of the game to get everybody involved. You don't have to come out and score the first 20. That ain't gonna be no good because everybody else standing around now. That's all I'm saying. It's important
when he
to get
came out
involved.
We all saw game 6, right? We all saw game 6. He came out and hit 3 threes right off the bat. He got everybody involved. They blew him out by over 20. So what's your point?
But see, go ahead. Sit down with Bruce. Boy, you missing that. The only thing I'm trying to tell you, he got to set the tone. I'm not saying come out and score, take the first.
But that's setting the tone.
Shots. I'm talking about setting the tone by you being aggressive. You're the leader, and this is how we're going to play.
Right.
I'm agreeing with you. We want him.
I'm not come on, take no 20 shots. Just set the tone for your team.
I'm not saying that.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. That ain't what we're talking about. We're talking about offense. That's like Anthony was saying. We want him to play defense. We want him to set the tone on the defensive end and the offensive end. But everybody, only thing I'm saying is everybody got to be involved.
I don't care how he set the tone, Bruce. I don't care how he said it. Just set the tone that you're the leader. Yeah, you're the leader, and I'm going to set the tone. This is how we're going to play tonight.
We agree with that. We agree with that, but only thing I'm saying is, like I said,
all right, we
don't want him to come out and think he got to score the first 8 or 10 points.
Oh, and if he did, that's good too. Because at least you
don't think he got to do that. He's not that kind of player. If he have to do it, he will. That's the kind of player he is.
Yeah, I go along with that. If he have to do it where ain't nobody else involved like that, he can do it. But I'm saying it's always better to get everybody involved early. That's important in team sport.
Well, okay, I got you. All right, Larry, you got anything you want to say on that? Any more comments before you move on? Because I'm going to play my promo in a few, but go ahead. We'll talk about the Knicks, too. Because Knicks home resting. You think that rest going to hurt the Knicks, Larry, at all, or what?
It's going to hurt the Knicks. Yes, it's going to hurt the Knicks because practice is nothing like a real game, you know. Nothing like a real game, especially the way these teams from the West are playing, you know. I think they're going to come out, especially if they're in OKC. I think they can get shook in game one until they get their legs, especially in the first half.
What about if it's San Antonio? What about if it's San Antonio then?
San Antonio, the
Knicks got to go on the road for both games.
They still got they can go to San Antonio and do the same thing.
Wow. You don't tell Bruce and Anthony that, man. Come on, man. Got two Knicks guys sitting right there, man.
Because what would you rather have? If you was a ball player, and you've been playing. Right, yeah. And you're in rhythm,
right?
You know, and you
we agree with you 100%,
and they're in your house, and they've been resting, eating pop-pops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's a thing called momentum. You got 8 days off, you're gonna lose that momentum. That's almost natural.
Yes, and
that's almost natural.
Do you think the way the Spurs are playing at home, and the way OKC is playing at home? The Knicks not being at the top of their game gonna come in and beat them.
Yeah, but the only thing
I think they can take one of
the Knicks.
I think they can win one of the first two games. I think they can win one of the first two games.
Yeah, the only thing might help the Knicks is that San Antonio or OKC is going through a 7-game series.
Going through a war, right?
War. That's the only thing might help the Knicks out a little bit. They might not have the full legs under them from this series here. So it could work. It could work both ways. The Knicks could lose momentum and they could lose their legs.
And to be honest with you, Larry,
I don't know. Those boys are young and they're going to get 4 days off, ain't they?
The second game more like
I think it started Tuesday. I think it
I think the momentum will carry into the first game.
It started Wednesday. They're in good shape.
Right, go ahead, Kendall. Let Kendall
I think the Knicks are playing with a high IQ. I think that just the way they're playing, it may be their advantage. Everybody's getting healed. The Knicks are playing fast break basketball. I mean, could someone look up Bridges' shooting percentage? I'm thinking it's the highest in NBA history. This guy's not missing a shot. OG Anunoby, we're just thinking about them going to the basket. When you're playing that fast break type basketball, you've been running like they've been running, then after a while, you need that break. But you get your legs up on them. Now, if these were a jump shooting team like Splash Brothers, back in Golden State, a lot of outside shooting, then you're gonna say they get a little rusty. But these guys are gonna be hitting layups. When I was watching the Knicks, I'm like, they didn't look like any team that I've seen before. They look like a team. They're getting layups. And when you think about Jalen Brunson, he hits the shots, but he has had like one of the best footwork that most people have ever seen. Just because he's 6'1", 6'2". You think you can smack his shot. Not able to do it because he goes off on his off foot. If you pay attention to him, I think he's left-handed too. It's got to be. The way this guy goes off, I mean, they're just a very crafty, fundamentally skilled team. I've never seen a team like this. Has anyone ever seen anything like this? And I'm watching SportsCenter, and they're saying the same thing. No one has ever had the winning margin that they've had, whereas it's almost like they're not playing the people, they're playing the clock. Like they're just scoring the points, they're just staying in the flow, and they're scary. And I'm not even a Knicks fan. I don't think the rest's gonna hurt them.
Well,
well, let me say this: has anybody been watching and found out about my man broke his finger, his baby finger?
He's still playing. He's playing game one.
Anthony, you know about that?
He's going to play with a brace.
Is he going to be playing?
Yeah, he had surgery yesterday. He's going to play with a brace. So now he's going to miss every.
He's going to play now. Because they might be a half a man down.
But Don, you know the bad thing about that? They're going to know his finger has surgery. They're going to be banging at that finger. Watch. So he won't be lasting too long.
But the only thing about that, Jerry, is it won't bother him because he's not a scorer.
I got you.
If he was a scorer, it'd be different. They could concentrate on his hurt finger. But what he do, they can't bother him. He do number playing defense. He do number playing defense.
But that's his defensive hand, Bruce. That's his defensive hand.
Yeah, but I'm saying once he take that finger up, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Plus, they say it's more on the inside of his hand than actually on that pinky.
Okay.
That's what they were saying earlier. More on the inside of his hand.
I don't know what happened. I just know he broke it.
So
yeah, but he's not a scorer, so it won't affect him that much.
So Larry, is this the next year, man? Is this the year or no? San Antonio, OKC, or the Knicks? One of them three. Come on, Larry, hesitate now.
I would love to say it's the year of the Knicks. I would love to say that. But in my heart, you know, in my heart, I say yes. But betting, if I was a betting man, I wouldn't do it.
Why not?
In my heart, I say yes.
What about you, Anthony? Is this your team year? Yes or no? What do you think?
You want me to say that? You're asking me as a Knicks fan, or you're asking me as a journalist? I guess that's what.
Either one. I don't care how you answer it.
Put it this way: I'll say what I've been saying all week. They got a puncher's chance to win this series, whoever they go up against. I think because I think the one thing I think that they're definitely going to have over both teams at a better bench. I'll take the Knicks bench right now over anybody that comes out of the West. I think that's going to be able to sustain them. Basically, it's going to come down to me. If they play OKC, can they stay in that up tempo with them? And of course, if they play San Antonio, you got to deal with the alien. So hopefully, yeah. So hopefully Mike Brown has been in his kitchen the last 2-3 days,
cooking up something
or whatever. And to bring up Kendall's point, Bridges shot 49% during the regular season. As of right now, he's shooting 57% overall, 40% with threes.
That's what I'm saying. This guy's shooting, and the MVP is the only MVP in the regular season besides Jordan to ever score 30 points and shoot over 55%. Bridges is shooting almost 60%. He's not missing anything, man. That's awesome, man. He's getting down.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Is this the next year? Yes or no?
Me, I think it. Listen, the way they're playing. First of all,
Bruce right next to you, but don't do it because Bruce is sitting right next to you.
No, listen. First of all, I went with San Antonio and the Knicks. I think San Antonio's a better team. I'm scared of the Knicks. And to answer your question, if there was any time that, and I'm not a Knicks fan, so I'm not jumping on the bandwagon, but to answer your question, this is their year. They can do it. I mean, they have what it takes to do it. It's up to them. It's totally up to them. However, if they continue to play what they're playing, no one can beat them. We've never seen anything like this. They're beating anybody by the highest winning margin in NBA history. Period. That's
who you going with? Who you going with?
I'm going with San Antonio, but I just think the Knicks are a better team. Listen, I didn't want to argue with Bruce and everything, and your son. I told you've got to get your son out here. And Anthony, I just want to argue. I do not listen. I want the Knicks to win, but I'm going with San Antonio. I just want to argue. San Antonio wins the NBA championship. That's where I'm at.
Wow. Okay. Go ahead, Don. I'll go with Bruce last because Bruce going to jump all over me. Go ahead, Don.
Well, let me say something to the panel real quick.
Go ahead.
Let me say something real quick. On Tuesday, I was in New York. I left out Wednesday. You guys heard me?
Yeah.
On Tuesday, I was in New York. I left out. The atmosphere was what we talk about on the show. Don't even touch it. Everywhere I went was Knick atmosphere on Tuesday. It was. I mean, I went to a talent show with Michael Strahan and let's see, Michael J. Fox was there. A whole lot of stars was there. Anyway, all of them came out talking about the Knicks. All of them, all the stars. Everybody was totally Knicks. Everywhere you go, totally Knicks. If the Knicks win this, it's gonna be insane.
It's the biggest thing. I think so.
No idea. But this was on Tuesday. I'm hearing all this.
Don, I'm gonna let Bruce come in a second. Don, I already told the guys when you came on. I'm trying to get sponsors. I was talking to Larry, and we're gonna do a bus trip if we could to go see the Knicks. If the Knicks win this chip, even if they don't win, but if they win this chip, we're gonna get us a bus, and people will pay $200 or $300, Bruce, to get on that bus because they're loyal Knicks fans. Okay, they'll pay that money. All we gotta do is just supply and provide the opportunity and the transportation. And trust me, they'll pay the money. All right, you build it, they'll come. Like they say.
Can I just add this right quick? I have since Monday night, I think I've talked to people that I haven't talked with in like 10, 15 years. Literally coming up and finally they're they got to the finals and all this other stuff. It's it's been great. It really has been. If you go back to like the Willis days and the Walt days and the second title, and even when Patrick and them got to the finals, there's people forget it wasn't that long ago where they were a 17-win season team.
Right.
It wasn't that long ago. And the fact that they're not only in the finals, but have a legitimate shot at winning it.
But all right, let me go with Bruce and Anthony. I want to respond to that. Go ahead, Bruce. Is this you guys' year? Because 73, Bruce, long time. That's the year we graduated. Is this?
But check this out.
Go ahead.
The Knicks are playing different than they played in the last 3 years. The last 3 years, the Knicks offense was clicking, but everybody was saying their defense is terrible. They was giving up all the 3-point shots, weren't playing no D on the threes. But if you notice since the Atlanta series, this team is altogether different. They playing help defense. They pulling up on the threes and everything. If they playing this 1990s ball, whoever win it, if whether San Antonio or OKC, they really gonna have to play because the Knicks is playing the best defense out of any of them other teams besides Wemby. You know what I mean? The Knicks are playing the best defense out of everybody, and there's no coincidence that they beaten these teams not as bad as the Knicks made them look. You know what I mean? The Knicks are just playing that good a ball, and I think they got just as good a chance to win it as anybody in it.
The Knicks playing the best ball I have ever seen the Knicks play. But getting back to the 94 series against Houston Rockets, the Knicks was up 3-2. Okay, they was up 3-2 going back to Houston. Yeah. The excitement, I remember I worked at Pratt Whitney, and the excitement for the Knicks was just like it is now. Everybody expected the Knicks, all they had to win was one game to be a champ. And they lost the 2 games in Houston. Okay, now this here I think is just exciting for the Knicks. The only thing, if they beat San Antonio, the team that beat them in the finals again, right? When they had Latrell Sprewell and Marcus, what's the boy?
Marcus Camby.
That was the Spurs that beat him, right? Wasn't that the Spurs that beat him, Anthony?
Yeah, that was beat him 4-1.
So if the Spurs win, Kendall, and get to the finals, it could be redemption for the Knicks to beat the Spurs again, because that was a 50-game season and the Spurs having to beat the Knicks without Patrick Ewing. This would be a great opportunity for the Knicks to get redemption against the Spurs, and I think they're playing the best ball I ever seen a Knicks team ever play. Even when they had Bernard King, when they had Patrick Ewing and them boys, they're playing the best ball. The only thing on the flip side of that, Atlanta didn't know San Antonio or OKC. Philly is no San Antonio or OKC, and neither is Cleveland, to be honest with you. So,
but Jerry, I agree with that, but you know what?
What's that?
The Knicks beat them like they wasn't San Antonio too. So
I totally agree.
That's what I'm looking at. They didn't struggle with them.
But Bruce, I said it's the best I ever seen the Knicks ever play.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you said that neither one of them teams that the Knicks beat, not what they're looking forward to playing. But what I'm saying is, the Knicks didn't just skate by with them. They beat them like they were supposed to.
And I'll give you an example.
If they'd have won by 1 or 2 points during the whole thing, we'd have said, yeah, they had a hard time with them teams and they weren't that good.
But Bruce,
they beat them the way they were supposed to beat them.
You're totally right, because OKC was 8-0 before they faced San Antonio. They didn't lose a game in the playoffs. So they did the same thing the Knicks did. But once they played San Antonio, now they're going game 7. Because now they're playing competition. They swept the Lakers. They swept who they played in the first round. OKC, whoever they played, they swept both rounds. Now they're going to a game 7.
But they ain't beat them by no 30 points, though. They ain't beat none of them by 30 points.
Larry, they haven't lost a game in the playoffs.
But I'm talking about the margin of win. The margin of the wins.
Well, Larry, they're going to a game 7. That's my point.
Yeah, but he's saying you're saying the same thing. You're saying the same thing.
We're saying the same thing. So what the Knicks did, they did, and what OKC did, they did. But now, now the only team that had a little competition was maybe San Antonio because Minnesota gave them a pretty good run. But besides that, this is the biggest competition is San Antonio and OKC for both teams. And it's going to be the same for the Knicks. This is going to be a dog fight for them when they meet whoever they got to play.
Yeah, right? any of them 3 teams can win it.
Right. And to me, the Knicks better jump on them early, Anthony. They better take game 1. Get on them early. I don't care about that. They haven't played. Come out there with the mindset.
As long as you know what, as long as they take one look. If the Knicks are going to win this thing, they have to take it. They have to take at least one game on the road.
Game 1.
That goes. That goes. Saying not necessarily game 1. They can come back and win game 2. Because look, I'm thinking that you're going to have like with the Cleveland series, there was a hangover for 3.5 quarters, and then they erupted. Now, if they're able to this way, because it's 2-3-2, yes, it would be nice to win game 1, but it's not mandatory.
It's not 2-3-2 no more.
The finals always.
No, the finals ain't 2-3-2. They changed that. It's 2-2 like it is now. They changed that some years ago, Anthony. Come on, man. You might support legend now.
2-2-1-1-1.
Yeah, 2-2-1-1-1.
Come on, Anthony. You might support legend now. You blew on that one. Don't talk that. No, that was
I have a question. If the Knicks,
go ahead.
If the Knicks win, just saying, I'm not saying they will. I'm going with San Antonio. But let's say the Knicks come off and they win. They win it. And let's say the Knicks continue to play like they're playing. They win 4 straight. Do they? No, I don't think they will. I'm going with San Antonio. But do you think, once again, if that sort of thing happened, I hope Anthony shows up. This is one of Anthony. All right, Anthony, here you go. Anthony, question. Here's a question. The Knicks, let's say the Knicks win. Not that I don't think that they will. Speculating. Because I flew out of Newark. It's blue and orange everywhere. I mean, everybody's proud to be a Knicks fan today. It is incredible. And it was funny when I sent you all the picture. My wife said I should have showed you the billboard before we saw the billboard. They had a billboard of Donovan Mitchell, the Beard, Evan Mobley, and the Fro. And it's just terrible. It's just empty. They couldn't even give us one.
Under their eyes?
They could give us one. They said, yeah, it's terrible. But anyway, if the Knicks win and they win 4 straight, do we now have the conversation as saying to us as sports writers, we will have seen one of the greatest, if not the greatest playoff run in the history of the NBA based on what they're doing. Now, we can make that argument that they're not beating the big-time teams, but guess what they're doing? They're doing to professional teams what you do to a professional team. You're not a big boy team. You beat them by 20 or 30 points.
Yeah, but I agree with that, Kendall. Because nobody expected the Knicks to even be in the finals.
Right.
That's right.
I definitely agree with that.
No matter what happens in the finals, this 11-game stretch here, they've already said historically it's already the greatest run, not just in the regular season, not just postseason. It's the greatest 11-game run in NBA history.
In NBA history.
Because of the margin of victory and everything else. Now, put it this way, conceivably, I will admit this much. If they are able to sweep either San Antonio or OKC, that would just add even more.
That'd be the greatest Knicks team ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
But Anthony, what I was going to say, I forgot my thought line anyway. But what I'm saying is that, if they lose this championship round, this is going to be worse than in '94 when it was up 3-2. Because they even said themselves, I mean, I don't know who put the flyer out there. This is our year. They believe this is their year.
Oh,
I never heard them say that back then. Because even though Michael Jordan played baseball, I never heard Pat and them say this is our year because they had to go against Olajuwon and the Houston Rockets. Okay? They're already putting it out there. This is our year. So if they lose this would be more disappointing than when they lost in '94, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, put it this way, it's a couple things. 94 was expected because of coming off of blowing the 0-2 lead to the Bulls in the Eastern Conference Finals. So 94 was supposed to have been the year that they won it. That's what made it. That's what made it all the more disappointing. 99 came out of nowhere, and this year, even though they were the third seed, no one, even your most hardcore diehard was saying, "Hey, this, they get to the finals, great. If not," but I'll say this: when you got Clyde Frazier comparing this team to the last championship team, and he's saying that in a sense they might be better, that says a lot, because that's a Hall of Fame. That's a Hall of Famer saying. And remember, Walt has sat through some of the most him and Mike Breen have sat through some god-awful basketball the last 15, 20 years. So put it this way, will it be disappointing? Of course, because Knicks fans have been saying this is our year. We're in the 15th year of our 5-year rebuilding plan.
Yeah, but they weren't saying that until this year. Now, the only reason I said it'll be disappointing because people still blaming John Starks for that game. I'm talking about Knicks fans.
Oh, look,
and Charles Smith, those guys took a beating because the Knicks lost. Them two took a beating.
My brother won't allow me to say Charles Smith in public anymore after that.
He's from Bridgeport. He's from Bridgeport now. You know that, right?
Yeah. I saw him. I saw him play in high school. Right? But put it this way: one thing I've always said is being a Knicks fan is like Florida Evans after the funeral. You just
damn.
That's what it's been like. That's what it's been like for years.
How about Patrick Ewing missing that layup at Indiana?
Yeah, that was
dunked it.
Look, I can go on and on and
that's
on.
That's how Knicks fans are, because they remember Patrick Ewing, they remember Charles Smith, they remember John Starks.
John Starks.
And they remember when the guy from the Knicks, Hubert Davis, when somebody with the Bulls got fouled, whatever. Those are memories that Knicks fans and people never forget. So this year is going to be. We don't know what to expect.
Hey, I got a question for you. Jerry.
Go ahead.
Say the Knicks win it.
Yep.
Where would y'all always said about stars and people in LeBron and them category? Where would Brunson elevate himself if they pull this off?
That's what I said. I think he becomes the all-time greatest Knick. I think Frazier.
I ain't talking about the Knicks. I'm talking about overall. I'm talking about, is he considered in the legend territory?
Yes, of course. New York.
Donald shaking his head no. But Bruce,
he only had one win. What are you going to anoint the guy up there with LeBron James, Magic, all those guys because he got one win? No.
No. With Bird, no.
I'm not saying he's going to be better than them. I'm saying you put him in the same status.
He ain't no same set, ain't same planet.
He won't even
not
be
the same
with
planet.
them. He'd be under them.
I'm just asking y'all opinion. Don't cut my nose off. Don't cut my nose off.
He'll be the greatest Knick ever. Let me tell you, bro. He'll be the greatest Knick ever in my book. He will be able to sit down with the guys with the ring in my book. But will he be the Michael Jordan, the LeBron James, the Magic Johnson? No, he won't be up there with those guys. But he will be able to sit in that same room that Patrick Ewing won't be able to sit in.
I'll put it like this here, Bruce. Even Isaiah Thomas went back to back. Okay, with the
he can sit there with the one ring, people.
But Anthony, let me finish, Larry. Even Isaiah Thomas went back to back, and he beat Michael, Larry, and Magic all three in a row to get that title. Right. And he's not even still up there with them guys. I mean, he's not up there with Magic and Bird. And he was great. Christian So Jalen Brunson will be like Isaiah Thomas. I'll put it like that.
Would he at least be? Would you at least say that he's one of the top 5 players playing now of the modern players now?
Yeah.
Top 5. Yeah. That's fine. You know what? I can live with that. I can definitely live with that.
Too. I like Brunson.
Yeah.
He's not in the top 5.
Stop it, Larry. Stop it, Larry. You try to start talking.
Think about it. You talking about top 5?
Yeah,
you talking about active players?
Oh, yeah, active players.
The rest of
if they win this, absolutely. If they win it, sure.
They ain't gotta win it. You got some dogs up in the top 5, though.
No. I think they have to. I think they have to win it for him to be a top 5 guy. But considering, because see, again, he's been doing all the scoring. It's because see, let's put it this way. He may not be, let's say, a Steph Curry, but he ain't no James Harden either.
He up there with Steph.
Wasn't he the second leading scorer in Dallas when
behind
was there? I mean, he literally has been doing it since he's been in the league.
He was coming off the bench in Dallas, I believe.
Listen, if he take this Knicks team, if he beat OKC or San Antonio, the teams that is supposed to win, and he pulled that off, I don't care if he did it in 7, 6, 5, however he does it, you got to put him up there with Isaiah Thomas and them boys. Allen Iverson and them boys.
Got to be there.
I'm not going to put him there with Magic yet.
No. You got to win to be in there with all-time guys. You have to at least win multiple titles.
And the reason I said that, even Walt Fraser's not up there with them boys. I mean, he's great, but he wasn't up there with them boys. Not like that. The way
but Jerry, the only reason I asked that question because people like Candace Parker and a few more people were saying that a guard with his height would never lead a franchise to a ring. And he'd improve all of them wrong.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I asked that question. Yeah. They said that a player of his caliber would never lead a team to a championship. And he's done it, whether they win it or not. He's at the championship already.
That's right.
Ring.
You know what I mean?
Ring, though.
So, no. He's there. They said he would never lead them to the championship. They didn't say whether he win it or lose it. They say he would never win. They would never put him in that category where he could take a team there.
Come on,
that's what they were saying.
Hey, Larry, let me say this to Larry real quick. Hey, Larry, you said he's not in the top 5. There's only 3 left, and he one of them.
That's for this year.
They got they did get to the East Finals last year too.
That's right.
He's in the top 5.
Jalen Brunson will be. Jalen Brunson is right there in the conversation with Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson is still legendary without even winning a title, and Isaiah Thomas having 2 titles, and John Stockton having the assist record, and Mark Jackson. He surpasses Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson, you take him out the books.
Hear me out. Hear me out. What I'm saying, you're gonna have conversations, and if Jalen Brunson wins his championship, they're gonna say that Jalen Brunson is probably one of the best, 6-foot guards, and that's the Nate Archibalds, the Isaiah Thomases, the John Stockton, the Allen Iverson, and Jalen Brunson. I think first of all, I think Isaiah Thomas tops that list, and I think Jalen Brunson is right there with Isaiah.
Yeah, yes.
Remember, Mark Jackson did get Indiana to the final. So
yeah.
And also remember that once Mark Jackson left the Knicks, they went down to almost nothing.
Yeah.
He was a rookie of the year. You missed him, man.
Yeah. He was a rookie of the year. They wanted Rod Strickland.
Yeah.
They said he was slow. He was too slow a foot. But Mark Jackson knew how to set people up.
Yeah.
I think that this is the best Knicks team I've ever seen right now.
Me too. I agree.
And I've seen
other than the 2 championships, I would say you have to put the 2. They're on the verge. If they win it, they're in the same conversation with those previous 2 teams. You got to come. For him to be even considered the greatest Knick, they got to win this thing. That's
I think so.
That's just me. I mean,
No,
you got to remember the 73 team had an all Hall of Fame starting lineup: Willis, DeBusschere, Bradley, Frazier, Monroe. Plus, you had two Hall of Famers on the bench with Jerry Lucas and Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson gets in because of his coaching more so than his
coaching.
Playing.
Right, but Anthony, I want you to look up something too, though, when you get a chance. That 73 team that won, the Boston Celtics had the best record in the East.
And they beat them in Game 7.
I'm not making no excuse, but John Havlicek did get hurt in that series.
But they beat them in Game 7.
John Havlicek did get hurt in that series.
They beat them in Game 7.
They beat them, I'm saying. But did John Havlicek get hurt in that series, yes or no?
Yeah, but they beat them, though.
Injury don't matter. Injuries don't matter.
I get it. I get it. No, I get
just like when Byron Scott got hurt. Nobody talk about that.
Don't about Byron Scott. He wasn't no John Havlicek. Don't bring up Byron Scott with John Havlicek.
Hey, Jerry, what game did Havlicek get hurt in?
I think maybe Game 4.
It was Game 5. No, I think it was Game 5 because he didn't play Game 6.
No, but I'm just saying the Celtics that year had the best record, and the Celtics was a team that was probably because they won in '74. They won the next year when Havlicek came back. Okay, and they beat the Knicks. They beat the Milwaukee Bucks. So I'm saying Havlicek got hurt. I'm not taking nothing away from the Knicks. They won the championship. Okay, but I'm saying, but the Havlicek did get hurt that year too. Okay,
it's a fact. But see, the fact that there's only been 3 teams. Well, 3 teams that have won. There's only been 3 road teams that have won Game 7 at Boston Garden.
Right.
Knicks in 73, the Sixers in 82, and the Sixers again, last month. So the fact that they go into Boston Garden and win a Game 7, I get that Havlicek didn't play, but there's only 3. It's basically only 2 franchises have done it, and the Knicks were one.
John Havlicek played, but you just say he was like.
Oh, he was injured. Yeah, he was injured.
He was injured. I'm saying he was a. I'm just saying. I'm not taking the Knicks one.
Oh, no,
but Larry, don't mention injuries, Larry. When you got a guy like Magic who had a full hamstring against Detroit and they got swept. They needed Magic to win. I mean, come on, you star player get hurt. Even the women get hurt right now.
Presents the Jerry Green's Gospel Live Television Showcase, a night of faith, music, and inspiration. Special guest, Reverend Hayward Anderson. All this going on Saturday, July 18th, African American Lodge 24, 12 Manila Avenue, Hamden, Connecticut. Doors opening at 5:30. Show starts at 6. Tickets are $20. Call 203-875-0520. Also on this program will be none other than the Heavenly Stars, Rose Boyd, Pastor Ronald Birch, Transparent, Bozzy Lee, DC Smallwood, Saturday, July 18th, African American Lodge 24, 12 Manila Avenue, Hamden, Connecticut. Doors opening at 5:30. Show starts at 6. Tickets are only $20. You can send your cash out to $84 Plymouth, $84 Plymouth. Call 203-875-0520. And this is an event you don't want to miss.
Sorry about that. I was trying to wait till we get a break in there, but I'm aiming it out anyway.
No, I got you. Larry, is there anything else you want to say before we at 7:03? Ain't no games on tonight. Can't wait till tomorrow night. But anything else you want to talk about?
I want to hit on that flopping. Do you think that flopping had anything to do with his game last night? I mean, all the drama they bring up about that. I mean, you in the middle of a championship. I mean, and all they doing is talking about you cheating.
Yeah, I have to say yes because I listened to everything that went on with that flopping, and then I watched his game last night. The fact that he got a lawsuit in, I think it had a lot to do with his game because he definitely made himself. I think it just threw him off. I have to agree with you on that. It definitely threw him off because they made a big thing out of this flopping. They took it really.
Yeah, the commissioner, he kept his mouth shut to after the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? During the offseason,
they should have. I mean, and they got to remember something. Flopping is the referee fault because if the referee don't call it, it don't work.
And there is an anti-flopping thing in the rules. They had it enforced. Put it this way. It's like these umpires that don't know the strike zone. It's like the NFL still don't know what a real catch is. The stuff is in the books. Enforce the rules. Enforce it. But see, I will say this. I think San Antonio, they've let it get into their head now, because I don't know if you were watching last night. There's a sign I guess they all had. It had a picture of SGA doing a dive, and it said most valuable flopper. That was like they were passing that out. All last night.
Yeah, they did.
Times.
I think it was just wrong, you know.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's definitely got in their head now. It's in their head, but
okay.
At some point you got to just say you got to just play though too.
All right, so Anthony, to your point, let me ask Kendall this question though. Kendall, before we go, do you think it's making the referees look bad when now that they can challenge the referees, because 95% of the challenges the coaches are winning? So is it going to show if they didn't have no challenge, that means the referee would always got the call, or they had to go by the game. Right now, with all these challenges, 95% of these calls are being overturned. Does that making the referees look bad?
I think it's making the game undisputed whether you win or not. There's a lot less, with the exception of that foul. There was a foul. It was a Detroit game or a San Antonio game at the end of the game. But I think that because the calls are being overturned, the referees are not having an impact on the game. I mean, literally, they're taking a look at the shot, seeing what's happening, taking a minute, and making the right call. I think they're taking the referees out of the game. Is it making them look bad? Absolutely. There's a lot of instances in which referees had vendettas against players. You look at the Donaghy, this is a referee who was gambling. We don't know what's going on in their life. So as long as we're getting the call right, if they're professional referees, then they don't have to worry about it. But I think that, 95% of the calls are being overturned, which means that the referee's making the wrong call, and that could cost them the game. So we're checking it out. We get the right call. We continue. Yes, making the referees look bad, or making the referees pay attention to their craft and do the better than they have been doing it.
Right,
I think it's more of that. Make them pay attention to their craft.
Mm-hmm. And the sad thing is, guys, the elephant in the room is now that gambling is legalized in 39 of the 50 states.
Yeah,
people, it's a factor now. You can see you were always able to sort of wink and nod in regard to like betting up the games and all this other stuff. But now when you got these FanDuel commercials and these DraftKings commercials and the games are sponsored by these, you can't help but be a little skeptical when you see some stuff. You don't want, you want to try to be like, hey, these games are being on the up and up. But when you see all of this and you see now, and remember, Adam Silver was the first of the commissioners that basically said he didn't have a problem with legalized gambling. So it adds even more to it. And especially now because of the spotlight, because, you remember, you've got, the highest ratings in the first round with the NBA for like the highest ratings for the first round in like almost 30 years. So people are watching.
Yeah, this challenge thing is making the game a lot more honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They got it in baseball. They got it in baseball now with the strike zone, and it's working out perfect.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Because the eyes don't lie, and without the challenge,
right,
the cheaters can get away with a lot of stuff. So they don't really care about the ref looking bad, like Kendall say. You got to up your game and do what you were paid to do.
But Bruce, if they're only giving you 2 challenges, all right, and
I don't think that's fair. I think every time you win a challenge, you shouldn't lose one.
Oh no, you don't. If you win,
no, but you only get 2. You only get 2. You only get 2.
Mm-hmm. Right, but what I'm saying,
I don't think that's fair, because after your 2 challenges, whether you win them or not, you don't get no more.
Right. But Bruce, because it's gonna make the refs look even more worse. If you win the first 2, and in other words, you're overturning the refs, and the refs supposed to have the power of the game. They're supposed to really control the game. Now, if you give them 4 and all 4 of them, you win all 4 of them, no sense having no referees then.
Yeah, but they're more concerned more concerned about getting the call right. They're not worried about making the ref look bad.
But it makes the ref
Because
look bad.
like you were saying, there's too much money. There's too much money being gambled now to really trust anybody. So the right thing to do is give them a challenge, and whether it's right or wrong, give them that opportunity to get it right. That's what the whole thing is about.
Right.
They don't care nothing about the ref looking bad. If every call he make is wrong, they should get rid of him.
I think I can speak for a lot of football folks where they take a year and a half to make the call, and then they wind up making the wrong call. That's right. I think that's the thing that frustrates most people. At least, I have to admit, and it's only been a few months, the baseball one has been great because they literally just say, okay, check it, go on, and move on to it. But with those NFL things, they literally can go to a couple of commercials, come back, and the idiot is still in the camera. That's right. All the fans and the players want is the game to flow, because with basketball being an up-tempo game, these stops and starts it kills the flow of the game. That's why with the NFL game now is almost 4 hours, and hours of it is just on checking the call.
And let me say one thing before we go, Kendall. One time we had our basketball league, right? And we waited for the ref to come. There were two of them. So one of the refs didn't show up. They asked me to ref the game for a few minutes till he came. I made one bad call, right? Because I didn't make a call. So the player came up to me and grabbed my whistle, and he blew the whistle. I said, what do you do that for? Hey, I want to make sure the whistle worked, he said. I was so mad. I was ready to throw out the game. And then he was there making it work. And I was so mad at my man. I started throwing him out the game and said, yo, don't disrespect me like that. But that's how serious the players take the game. And then after that, I knew I wasn't no referee. I tried coaching one time. That wasn't my style either. I said, no, I can't coach. Because one guy got mad at me because I took him out the game. He put his clothes on and went home.
but Jerry,
he was tired. He was tired. I know he was tired. Go ahead.
Did it make you appreciate what referees have to go through? Because, see, we're sitting in our big comfy couches saying, oh, that's a bad call. It's a bad call. But, see, they get it one time at regular speed and have to make that judgment.
Right.
And we're sitting at home, drinking and eating and whatever, and we get different. We get all different angles of it. We get 17 different angles of it.
Right.
Yeah, he blew that one, but it's
you only get one time to make that call.
Yeah, and
that's the time we being biased.
Right. And Ken O'Donnell coached a team that went 19-1. Right, wow. We had a Pratt Whitney League. I'm talking about my Chris League before. Pratt Whitney was 19-1, and even though they was on a winning streak, every game Donald had a problem with players on his team. They were getting shots. I wasn't on the team. They weren't getting enough shots. Or Donald was tired, and I'm saying to myself, "Y'all winning, y'all winning."
That's probably why they win 19-1. They got a coach that was backing them up.
Am I lying?
Hey, Jerry.
No, you're not lying. I had some serious problems. I tell you, I had some serious attitude, personality. I had it real bad, but I had good players too.
One guy was trying to take all the shots, and he had his superstar. Sometimes he didn't want to show up. He even told me ahead of time, "I'm not going to the game today." Why not? Y'all on a winning streak and y'all winning. So that's the kind of person.
But he showed up every game, didn't he, Jerry?
Yeah, every game he showed up.
And Jerry,
go ahead,
Jerry, I had the same thing on the league on second shift, right?
Yeah.
Now them guys used to tell me that I shoot too much, right? The other team would try to get in my player's head so that we couldn't win. But what I did, my team, man, you shooting. So what I did, I didn't even start. I put 5 guys out there and I stayed on the bench.
Okay.
And they was down by 100 in the first 2 minutes. Know what they did? All right, man, come on in and shoot, man.
Hey, but let me say this real quick. I think in the future, real quick, in the future, we're gonna see AI getting involved a lot more in sports. You watch. It's coming.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's no way around.
Yeah,
There's no
but
way
that
around
AI
it. There's no way around it now.
That AI gonna take over everything, man.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Everybody, ain't nobody gonna have a job.
Oh, that's true from a lot.
I'll be retired.
Yeah, that's true. Kendall, close out in prayer tonight, brother.
Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, I thank you, Father.
Hold up, Kendall. Hold up, Kendall.
Yeah.
Any final remarks first? Larry, Anthony, anybody want to say anything?
Let's go,
I want to talk a little. I want to talk.
Go New York.
I want to talk a little football. Hey, Larry, I want to talk a little football. You know, because Jaquan Barkley looks like he's gonna be gone. Is that true? Is he gonna be gone?
No,
Jaquan,
I
is he
hear
gone?
that. No.
All right, maybe I'm wrong. What about Anthony? Is he gone?
AJ Brown. AJ Brown is gone.
AJ Brown,
AJ
you talking
Brown,
about?
got it wrong. AJ Brown. That's the one.
AJ Brown going to the Patriots.
Yeah. It's probably a done deal already.
AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Monday, June 1st, he'll be out of there.
Deal.
Yeah, it's a done
Yeah,
deal.
they're just trying to work out what kind of draft picks they're going to get.
All right, Kendall.
So what Philly gonna look like now?
They got some good receivers coming in.
Yeah, they'll be all right. They'll be all right.
Hey, but they're talking good. Good.
Yeah, but it's hard to replace AJ Brown.
They got Devontae there. Heisman Trophy
They
winner.
got two nice receivers they drafted.
One Philly fan right here.
What y'all talking about my Eagles for?
Those Eagles are good.
I talked to y'all on the phone before, and here y'all go talk about my Eagles. I want to say one thing about AJ Brown. I'm gonna say one thing on this camera about AJ Brown. I would have been mad 2 years ago if they got rid of him. I would have been mad a year ago if they got rid of him. I ain't mad. When you start throwing games because you don't want to be there no more, you gotta go.
And reading books on the sideline.
Yeah, he doing all kinds of distractive stuff, but the bigger thing is you got the ball right in your chest and you don't catch it, or you have to just reach up and you just whatever. He want to leave. Let him go.
I agree.
We got some good receivers coming. We got some good receivers coming. So guess what? Y'all better get ready. Go Birds.
All right.
They're going to get their Williams clip.
Stay right there for a minute. Before we go, I got to go around the table. Then Kendall close it out. Who you got tomorrow night, John?
Watch them Cowboys.
Hold on.
Tomorrow night, who I got?
Who you got tomorrow night?
For some crazy reason, I'm going to go with the Spurs. Go Spurs. I'm going with the Spurs tomorrow night.
Who you got, Larry, tomorrow night?
OKC.
And get involved, everybody involved, like Bruce saying, they'll be unstoppable.
So you got OKC, Donald got the Spurs. Who you got, Bruce, tomorrow night?
I'm going with the Spurs, man. I'm going with Wimby till his arm fall off.
Wimby going home.
I know Kevin got San Antonio.
San Antonio.
Who you got, Anthony?
Yeah, I pulled the Kendall. I jumped off the bandwagon. I'm going. I think the Spurs got their momentum.
So I'm the only one. I'm the only one right now.
No, Larry, you're not. I'm going with OKC too. Okay.
Hey, the only reason Larry like OKC because they got that KC at the
end. Hey, listen. I love the fact that Anthony said twice tonight, I pulled a Kendall, and we knew exactly what he was talking about.
Hey, Jerry, ask Larry what the O stand for. He don't even know what the O stand for.
Oh, man. Listen, reason why I'm just picking OKC, I like San Antonio, first of all. I just think that OKC at home, game 7, they always bounce back. For some reason, they bounce back. When they lose a game, hard for them to lose 2 in a row.
And they got that referee down here, too? They got that referee down here, too?
We ain't talking about you were trying to start something.
They do got that referee down. You know what I'm talking about.
Who's that?
Brothers? Yeah, he right.
The brother with the ball head, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay. I just think the OKC at home in game 7, they pulled it off last year against Indiana. They pull off game 7s. I just think that they're a better team at home. And San Antonio, I think the stage is going to be real big for them again to try to go into OKC for a game 7. So I got to go with OKC.
Right.
But I'm not
beat them in the reps. You can't beat them in the reps.
But if Wimby comes
take
out,
one thing seriously. That flopping thing, take it seriously.
But Donald,
that's gonna really mess with Shea. That flopping thing really got
him. He at home. They don't care at home. He at home.
Larry, if Wemby comes out like I said, like he did a game 1 and like he did last night, then I got to go. I think San Antonio will win. But it's going to be up to Wemby. I said that when the show started. It's up to Wemby. If Wemby plays, can nobody stop him?
Are you with me? No. Are you with me or not?
You know, hey Jerry, you know who else? You know who else gonna be important in that game?
Who's that? Castle?
No, Champagne, because he's one of their best 3-point shooters.
Okay.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I mean? They're gonna need him to be hot.
And you guys
if they lose, I won't be surprised because of what Jerry said. I won't be surprised if they lose.
Because Shea is a great player. You know, I mean, and he's not gonna have no bad game all the time. And I think that tomorrow he'll pick up his team. You know, even if he just score 25 points. You know, just all right, Larry. Don't get too carried away now. I mean,
this way. I think this is going to become a yearly thing with OKC and San Antonio because they're both.
I got to throw Minnesota in there too, Anthony. I got to throw I'm not giving up.
I want, you know what? Let me see what they do during the offseason because I think that they're. Yeah. I think they're going to make a major. I just get the feeling they're going to make it. I don't think they're going to blow the team up, but I think they're going to make a major move to.
They get rid of Reed though.
I think they're going to have to.
Because my son said something crazy to me the other day. Matter of fact, it might have been this morning. We were talking. I told him LeBron need to leave, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, James Harden.
The old guy.
You know, we told him the guys need to hook up and be on one team. I just said, the old guy. I said, hook up all they want. They're old. They're not going to be these young boys.
5 oxygen tank at each station.
You can't put all the old guys on one team. Somebody going to die.
You got Jay Cunningham. The boys are coming up, man. They're coming up. I love LeBron. I think LeBron needs to get out of Kevin Durant. Let the young boys have their day.
The league,
especially James Harden. James Harden
is in very good hands.
Right, but Larry, they got Wembanyama. That's just like trying to go up against Michael Jordan or LeBron. It's hard to, you know. It depends on Wemby. If Wemby play like he's supposed to, he could beat OKC, man. He could do.
Yeah, but I agree, Jerry. I think the next few years it's going to be between OKC and San Antonio in that West.
But if OKC got the best record, they're gonna win.
But the reason I'm not counting out Minnesota, like Anthony said, all depends who they pick up. Because remember, they took San Antonio to 6 games, okay? And they've been in the Western Conference Finals the last 2 years, except this year. If they get Anthony Edwards some help, if they get Giannis or somebody that give him some help, they're gonna be a record force in the West too. It's just sad that all 3 of them teams got to battle each other to come out the West.
Maybe they get Harden. Wemby got ejected.
Maybe they get Harden because everybody like to see the one to get Harden.
Yeah, but Larry, when we played game 1 and they lost, right? I don't hear that. Don't bring that. They're talking to me now. When we played game 1 and Minnesota beat them with Wemby. All right, so don't start that, Larry. I don't have amnesia. All right, don't start that. All right, I don't know about he got to be ejected.
No.
You don't want to say excuses. Don't bring nothing. You don't come there earlier. Don't bring up injuries. Don't bring up.
I think Minnesota take a step backwards if they get Giannis.
Now that's a whole different discussion, Bruce. You try to start something now.
No, really. Only reason I said that because of the style of play that Giannis played and the style of play that Anthony Edwards played.
Okay, then maybe they might pick up. Let me see another star.
Jaylen Brown.
No, I think Giannis will work out great. Me and Bruce disagree on that one. I think Giannis, I think he's what they need.
I think Minnesota need Booker.
All right, so supposing they trade him to Denver for your boy, the guy that they exposed. What's the star for Denver?
Murray.
For Murray. So when they trade him and Joker and Anthony Edwards hooked up together, they can make some noise.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
All right,
without a doubt.
They can make noise. Both teams got to do something to come out the West.
I think so.
You can't let San Antonio and OKC just dominate and you don't do anything.
Yeah, but see, the scary thing about OKC is I think they got 2 first-round draft picks this year.
Yeah, they got a lottery picks from the.
You know what I mean? So They got all kind of options, man. They got a starting 5 on the bench. They one of the few teams that is at the top and can get rid of 5 players and still be at the top.
But they're all signed.
But Bruce, but the only thing about this,
Yeah.
if they lose to San Antonio in Game 7 tomorrow, that's going to be a hurt that is going to be hard for them to recover from because of the fact that the window of opportunity is only so big. And
but the only thing to keep them from looking bad is Wemby. Everybody talking about Wemby.
And Jerry, OKC is still relatively young. You got to, I mean, none of their starters are over 30. They're still they're still a very, very young team. There are a lot of good young teams. I mean, even though they lost the Game 7, Detroit has a young team and they've got a lot of cap space. So they're gonna. I think Detroit makes some sort of move this year as well. I guess you can't rule out the Celtics too much, even though they got knocked out in the first round. And even like with Philly, is Philly going to try to drag Embiid for another year, or are they going to go out and see what they can get for him? There's a lot of this is going to be. I would be inclined to whatever, but there's a lot of this offseason is going to be real interesting because you get the feeling that there's going to be at least one, maybe 2 blockbusters where it's going to be like change the face. It's going to really change the landscape of the league.
I think Boston want to get rid of Brown, man.
Yeah, I saw that.
It'll be a big mistake if they do. Let me say this real quick. OKC only need in that draft to start looking for a big defensive player. That's the only thing they'll be missing if they get beat by San Antonio. They look for a defensive player in that middle. That's all they need.
They get one of them big boys from Michigan. They're gonna be very.
Just to play defense. They don't even need any offense. Just a defense.
Yeah.
You mean like Wolf?
You guys know what's 7:30.
And Don, what they're gonna put Holgram at power forward, right?
Right, they can do that. He can play it. That's what makes him.
I agree. Mm-hmm. That should be his natural position.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
all right.
I agree.
You guys will keep me all night, man. I mean, come on now. I know we're talking sports. I mean, this part 2 now. You guys
tell him, Kendall, you started one time, he stopped you.
All right, Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you, Father, for being an opportunity to just fellowship together with my brothers here at Sports Talk. Father, we pray, Heavenly Father, that you have provided us with an outlet to reach the world, Father, and just to enjoy sports. We love being a part of this, and we would love for this to just spread further. We pray, Heavenly Father, for intervention for other aspects of this show to reach other areas of sports and sports venues, praise God, in Jesus' name. The Bible tells us that you have not because you ask not. We believe in Jesus' name. Amen. Time to take this thing a little bit further, brother.
Amen. But I do want to share a victory report. I went for an MRI and a CAT scan last week, and I had a great report. So I just want to let you guys know that. I got to go to my oncologist on a Monday. I got to do another chemo series, but we'll talk about that when I meet with him.
That's great news, brother. That's great news.
That's answered prayer.
Great news.
Yeah, answered prayer, brother, without a doubt. But I want to thank you for the support and looking forward. I know we're still live. Don't kick me off yet, Don. But I'm still looking forward to doing that bus trip. And also, we're looking forward to doing that sports awards show. I'm looking for sponsors. Lag up with some sponsors.
Yeah.
We'll do a sports awards show, and we got to do that bus trip, man, for the Knicks. We got to.
We got to do that.
And I'm gonna say on the bus, nobody wear no Knicks jerseys either. No Knicks jerseys.
your bus gonna be empty.
It will.
Have a good night, you guys.
All right, gentlemen. Later. Yes.
Hey, Kendall.
Hold up.
Before you go, how fast did you leave Cleveland when they lost?
No, listen. No, I'm here. I'm still here. I'm not leaving here until when are we leaving on a Sunday night? Yeah. Plus, my daughter and my son-in-law just walked in, so it's perfect time to just get out of here.
All right, Kendall.
All right, gentlemen. Later.
Great show, fellas. Great show.